Welcome everyone to this Koko Taylor classic. It was originally done by Etta James, but personally I'm a huge fan of Koko Taylor and I hold my head in shame because I have not done a video by her yet. So to make up for it, I'm going to do what I feel and my wife feels is one of her greatest songs, because she just puts so much feeling into this and her band plays it so well. For this song, the main chords are A. We're in the key of A, okay? So we've got A. We'll go to B minor, an E, and a D. Okay, to start the song out with, what we're going to do is on the 5th string at the 7th fret is hit that 3 times. Then we'll go to the 4th fret of the 4th string once, 6th fret once, and then we kind of slide into 7, and that gets us into our A. And we're playing just the bottom half of an A, so you're on the 1st string covering the 5th fret, 3rd string at the 6th fret, 4th string at the 7th fret, and we can leave that A open. So we have this all together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so you can see how we went into the A there. The next chord would be the B minor. And if you're playing the Etta James version, that is the only 2 chords in that song, is A major and B minor. And anyhow, so we go to B minor, and we're going to do that for a measure and a half. So she goes to A minor, then to E. Alright, and then we're going to turn it around. We'll come back to A, and we go to D. So it's 3 hits, and then back to A. So that's kind of our turnaround. So let's take it from the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it just begins again. So that is the rhythm throughout the song. Once you have that down, you're all set. The only difference is in the intro, because there's a little lead guitar while he's doing the lead. He just picks through the chords. So he's picking on the 2nd and 1st string, and then 3rd and 4th. And then to your B minor. Now this B minor, you know, you can play it as a bar chord, but they're not using the root note. They're really using the E over B minor. Okay? It's all about feel and letting the bass play part of it and pick up some of the chords, so you're not filling too much space. Again, playing guitar is just like any other instrument in a band. You have to have room for each other. So they're playing an E over B minor if you want to get technical. Alright, so let's talk about the lead guitar next. Alright, here is the intro lick that you'll hear underneath the rhythm as they start the song. So I tabbed this out for everybody, so I'll upload it. You'll have a link below the video, and you can get my notes on how this is played. But I want to emphasize, just kind of learn the positions and kind of the feel of the song and the way they play the licks, because he does these throughout the song. You'll hear him doing very similar licks throughout the rhythm. You've got two guitars going with Koko. So one guitar is kind of, he turns down and he's kind of playing some fill licks that are very similar to what we'll learn in the intro and the lead. So to start this out, what we're going to do is we're going to slide from about 14 to 16 on the 4th string, and then go to 14 on the 3rd string, to 16 with a bend, and then another bend and release to 14, and then back to 16. So it should sound like this. So let's do that together slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the next lick's pretty quick. He's just giving that 16 some vibrato. And then you're just going to take 14, hammer on to 16 and back to 14 on the 3rd string, and then end up on 16 on the 4th and slide down. Alright, so we have this all together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, the next lick he does, he'll go from back, kind of sliding back into 16. And it's a slow bend and then release and pull off to 14. And then you're hitting 16 again. So again, this is a lot of feel. It's alright, and then the next lick we're going to take, this is real cool, so learn this lick. This will help you a lot in blues. We're going to take 14 on the 3rd string, go up to 17 on the 2nd string, and then we'll bend the 3rd string at 16 up with a release to 14, and land on 16 on the 4th. So we have this. Okay, so together, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, you'll hear that a lot. You'll hear that a lot in blues. They kind of skip strings. They make it real interesting, but you know, again, they're just stopping at 16 here. Alright, now the next lick, again, he'll slide into 16. And then he'll hit 14 on the 3rd, 16 with 2 bends. And they're ghost bends. And what I mean by ghost bend is we're going to bend it up, stop, and then hit it and bend it up again. And then hit 14. So we have this. Now, this is what you call a slur note. What a slur note is, it's done very quickly and it almost sounds slurred. And what he does is he's going to hit 16 on the 4th string, slide that to 14 real quick and pull off to 12. So hear how it's kind of slurred? Alright, so take this slowly, look at my notes, and you'll get this. Okay. So that 12 is 1. And then we're going to hit it 2 more times on the 4th string at 12. And then we're going to go from the 15th fret to 16th. Now those notes, what we're doing there, we're hitting the C to C sharp. That's like taking your A and you're playing an A chord and hammering into it. So you're playing the C note here, all right, and hammering into C sharp. Very common in blues, but he's following that with the after the slurred note, and then the rhythm guitar is doing. All right, so you can see how those pieces fit together. One other thing I want to talk about in the rhythm is after you do that D, you can do that hammer into the A from C sharp to from C to C sharp on the third string. All right, so you have very common in blues. And you'll also hear the other guitar do because they'll stop. He'll do a B.B. King thing. He'll go from the octave, so we're at the 5th fret, so we'll be at 17, and sliding down on that, either the E note or the E and the B string for that. Okay, anyhow, listen to the song, you'll be able to get that. So let's move on to the solo. I'll play it at speed and you can see what he's doing. 1, 2, 3, 4. A walk up, you'll hear the D to A and the walk up, and they come back. So for this solo, we have some really great licks, and again, learn the licks and add them to your trick bag. So what he starts out doing, sliding from 14 to 16 on that 4th string, and then on the 3rd string, 14 to 16 with a bend. And he holds that, and then you'll hear him release it, and then you'll do a 14 to 16, back to 14, hammer on and pull up. Hit 16 on the 4th, back to 14 on the 3rd. Alright, so we have this. The next lick, we'll go back to our 14 on the 3rd to 17 on the 2nd. Then we'll take the 3rd string at 16 with a bend and kind of a dead release to 16. So you can hear how that is. That's real important. Again, it's real feel. And then another quick 14 to 16, back to 14 on the 3rd, and end up on 16 on the 4th. And slide down. This next lick is very continuous, so I'll teach you it in parts. What we're going to do, 14 on the 3rd to 17 on the 2nd with 3 bends. On the 3rd one we're going to release and hit 17 and go back to 14 on the 2nd. End up on 16 on the 3rd. And then there's another quick 14, 16, 14 on the 3rd to 16 on the 4th. Then we go 14 on the 3rd to 17 with a bend and a release. Then 16 with a bend, and then a bend and release. right? So this is all together. So let's do it together, what we've learned here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then this, again, this is very quick. He's going to go 14 to 16 on the 3rd string, and then do kind of a chromatic run on the 2nd string from 14, 15, and 16. And then pull off from 17 to 14. Again, another pull up. Then we're going to hit 14 on the 3rd string and slide back to 11. So this is a real cool lick. Then we're going to pull off from 14 to 11 on the 4th string, and then on the 5th string hit 14, slide that to 16, and end on the A note on 3rd string. So let's take all of those licks together slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's real fast. So it takes some practice to get that lick down, but once you do, you're golden. At that point, there's a pause. You'll hear the rhythm guitar come in with the D to A. And then you start back in with the second half of the solo. So what we're doing there is 14, 17 with bend, again ghost bends, and then the last one is a bend and a release and hit 17. Alright, then we're going to hit 14 on the 3rd string with a bend and a slow release and hit 17 again. And then this is kind of a typical blues move. You're going to hit 14 on the 1st string to 17 on the 2nd, and you'll do that twice, but he kind of picks up that you'll do it slow, and you'll hit 17 on the 1st. So let's take what we have together so far. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next part of the solo go like this. Alright, so what we're doing, we're sliding, because we've hit that 17, we're going to slide into 19 from 17 on the 2nd string. And then hit 17 on the 1st, and then 19 on the 1st with a bend, and then another bend. Then release to 17, and then he hits 20 with a bend. And then, again, that's like a ghost bend. He releases it to 20, 19, and then 17. Alright, so we have this all together. 1, 2, 3, 4. That, and then you'll hear him hit 19, kind of like a BB King down, and then what you come back with is the end. So what we're doing at the end is we're going to hit 17 on the 1st string to 20 on the 2nd string to 17. And then what I do is I use my middle finger and slide back from 20 to 19. And then you're going to do a hammer-on from 17 to 18. And skip a string to the first string. Alright, so we have this slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that ends the solo. It's very well done. So the very last solo in the song will be very similar to what we've done. What he's going to do, he's going to start on 17. Alright, so what we're doing there is we're going to start out on 17 with a bend 3 times and then hit 17 without the bend. And then we're going to go 14, that's on the second string. Then we're going to go 14, 17, a bend up and release and hit 17. Then we're going to slide up to 19. And then come back to 17, 19, and hit 17 on the first string. Then we're going to go 19 on the second string to 17, 19, and 20 with a bend up. Back to 17, 20 with another full bend. Hit 20, 19 and 17. And then again another 20 full bend. And then we're going to do 17 with 20. And then 20 on the second string with the pull off to 17. And then we'll come back to 17 on the first string, just like we ended the solo before. 20 to 17, and then a slur from 20 to 19, and then hammer on to from 17 to 18, and then hit 17 on the first. And that's the whole song. So the main thing I want you to take away from this, there's some great licks to learn, and that's why I'm uploading the tab. It's great to learn this, but it's also great to play your own licks with it. So look at some different versions. Joe Bonamassa does a great version, and playing the same scale, and you'll be able to play along with it. So I hope everyone enjoys.